Hey guys, how you doing? Spiro here from the Linkonko channel, bringing you a video in Anno 1404. I'm making this because of several reasons. First one being that I'm bored. It's 5 AM in the morning, I have nothing to do, well, except for studying a bit, but you know, studying can wait. I did want to make this video, however, to bring you a couple of updates. Just gonna load up a new game that I might continue this and play through it, like make it an own let's play basically, but we'll see. Anyway, about the video, I wanted to update whoever watches the Terraria series that there will be more. It's just that me and Link, we're both basically university students, and the past number of weeks have been, to put it quite softly, hard. Like, there's been a lot of stuff going on, and quite honestly, he is lazy, I am lazy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Anyway, just so you know, the footage is there, it is recorded, like, it's not like we haven't done anything, but we do need to basically sit down and edit it. Like, that's the main problem, because, whoa, what the hell? Oh, sorry. No matter what you think, editing actually takes a significant amount of time. Like, I'm not talking about just sitting down, you know, bam bam, 20 minutes, done. Like, it doesn't take 20 minutes. Especially, we started, and like, this is why I'm making this video to explain this. When we started the channel, I was like, hey, let's make a video. Well, you know, we can make it with, I don't know, just my point of view or just your point of view, and that's gonna be simple enough, you know, easy to edit, just, you know, record it, make it sound a little bit better, like I'm gonna do with this video. Like, there's gonna be a lot of background noise, I'm just gonna plug in the files, and it's gonna reduce the background noise, and it's gonna sound nicer, even though anything with my voice sounds atrocious by default. Let's just imagine a world in which, you know, my voice would sound nice. Anyway, but it does take a while because there are two perspectives. Basically, we are editing both his viewpoint and my viewpoint, and we need to go through the video and change it out. And you know, anyone that actually does this knows that it does take time. Like, there's no other way to put it, quite simply. Like, editing is not done with your mind, or, you know, just waving a magic wand around, or, you know, as stupid as that sounds. It's not that easy. And being university students, we obviously don't have the most time. Well, last week we didn't have any time, to be honest, but, you know, that's life. I will not complain about life. It is pointless. Unless I'm visiting a psychologist, which is also pointless. Apologies to anyone that's a psychologist, you are pointless. Mostly. But yeah, more videos will hopefully come. Like, I am hopeful that we'll be able to just sit down someday and, you know, just have a laugh or two, edit this and that, render them, and just upload them. It's high time we did that anyway. But yeah, that's the main reason why I'm making this update to begin with. Just so you know, we did make 4 videos that I edited, we uploaded them, and we wanted to see what the reaction was, if if there were people that would like them. Like, don't like, this is really important. What I'm gonna say is, I do not expect to get 1 million subscribers or anything like that. Like, I do not expect that to happen, especially not overnight. Like, that would be absurd to even think that something like that would happen. I mean, seriously, guys, it wouldn't happen. But the reason I'm making videos is because I enjoy it. Like, and I genuinely find I don't enjoy a lot of things, but I enjoy sitting down and making videos. Like, I enjoy sitting down and playing games like Anno or, Minecraft. Terraria not so much. I mainly play that because he made me play it. I don't like Terraria. But yeah, I enjoy sitting down and playing games that basically, I can have fun in, or I can feel relaxed in the case of Anno. Like, I play Anno not because it's a highly competitive economic simulator with complex patterns and technic, bullshit that would make me feel exceptionally smart or talented or, yada yada yada. I sit down and play it because it's a stress reliever. Like, it genuinely relieves stress that's been pent up because of school, because of life. You get it. You get the point, I hope. So that's why I've sat down, and that's why I chose Anno to play today. I actually have a list to my side here with major points, because this is the second time I'm making this video, and the first time was so god awful because I genuinely could not I could not follow through with a trail of thought that I had. Because playing and commentating, and you'll notice from the pauses I'm making, playing and commentating, especially a game where optimizing how you build things in Anno is really important if you want stuff to be running smoothly, if you want to have space for everything. And I'm thinking about that while I'm talking, and it sometimes works out. Don't get me wrong, you can commentate and play games. Like, there are YouTubers that are really successful just because they can do that, but it takes practice. And that's actually a point I want to bring up. If I stutter, or if I'm generally having long pauses to think about stuff, it's because I'm not used to this. Like, don't get me wrong, I have fun making videos. I like talking. My accent isn't perfect. My English isn't perfect. It's not my second language. Oh my god, what a surprise. It's not my it's my second language. It's not my native, tongue. I don't speak English. I do. Actually, that's a lie. I speak English on a regular basis, but not for really, really extended periods of time. Like, videos are probably the only times I'll talk in English for an extended period of time, which is fine. It's perfect practice, if you ask me. My teacher would say, "Oh, write a speech and give me a 2-minute speech, and this would hone your skills." No, dude. Sitting down and making a video and posting it on the internets, as much as it's full of bullshit and talking about random stuff without any connection, it helps. It helps so much. That's my 2 cents right there on that matter. So anyway, what's my next point on the list? Oh yeah, let's continue with that. I chose this game mainly because it's easy to play and at least in my opinion. Like, I would stutter much more if I was playing Battlefield or oh, God forbid, Call of Duty. Because in those games, concentration it's basically either you're concentrating or you're dead. It's like an if-else thing. Like, if you're concentrating, you're gonna be doing fine. If you're talking about stuff, you're most likely gonna end up with a negative kill-death ratio and 100 angry little 5-year-old children that shouldn't be playing this game yelling at you for being bad and demanding that you uninstall this game, you massive noob. And, you know, stuff like that. Obviously, I've had experience in this field, and I speak from experience. But yeah, anyway, I might play 2070 later, just because why not? But I like 1404 better, because there's no regions here. Like 2070 has all those regions things that really mess up your game if you don't, if you're not playing in a region, because you get bonuses and certain things you can only get if you're playing in a region. And here that is not the case. That is not the case at all. You can play the game single. Oh man, I fucked myself up so bad. You can play the game single player, no problem whatsoever. You will get everything you need to get to progress. You will be able to build everything you need to build to progress. Like, you will not need at any point in the game to cooperate or, you know, stuff like that. Can I not build? Oh. What the hell? So yeah, that's about that. I thought about playing SimCity as well, the new one. Horrible idea. Realized it the moment I basically tried to turn on Origin, and I was basically reminded of the amount of problems, headache, and mental and physical pain that platform has brought me over the course of using it. So I basically turned it off quite quickly. That's the reason I'm not playing Battlefield, actually, is because Origin. No, just no. So Anno 1404 might become a series. Who knows? What is your problem? Come on. What's your problem? Yeah, you're connected. Are you not? Is it not connected? Oh. Whoa. So yeah. Moving on. Yeah. So yeah, basically, more videos to come. I might make this into a let's play on its own, like without Link. Although he's going to be angry as hell. But fuck him. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I do own the channel, so like part of it. Link is the other owner, so I'll put up this, even if he hates me for it, even if he yells or cries. I'll put it up. I'll render this in like half an hour, and it's gonna be there, and you're gonna listen to it and or watch it, whichever you prefer. Oh, we got some stuff. So yeah, and basically that's about it. The moment we get, you know, some breathing space, we'll sit down, play some games and such, render what we already have uploaded, and hopefully the channel will grow at a steady pace. I really hope at a steady pace over time. And you know, when you see your content getting valued, like even by a small amount of people, even by 100 people, I don't give a shit by how many people you might imagine seeing this, even by a very small amount of people, it's still nice. It's still nice to see that somebody values what you do, and it's really uplifting. You know, it motivates you to continue to make what you make and do what you want to do. Like, even if I don't have, you know, that many people watching this, I'll still continue, you know, posting videos, albeit not on a regular basis, but I'll still continue posting videos. Like, that's a guarantee. You better believe it. And so on and so on. Basically that's about it. I mean, that's the update part of the video. And quite honestly, that's everything I have on my list of stuff to talk about. So consider everything else that I say improv, because that's what it's gonna be. And these houses are causing me so much trouble. Now, for anyone that has not played the Anno series, these games are basically simplified economy simulators. They're very similar to SimCity, although SimCity is a bit more wacky, if I can call it that. Like it does have the element of you can build, like the older versions, of course. I'm not talking about the new one. The new one is serious as hell, and but the old SimCities, you could build like carnival themed cities. You could build, you could unlock a lot of stuff that really made your cities unique and gave them a flair, if you will. Anno and the new one, New SimCity, not so much. Like, you can theme your cities, don't get me wrong. In 2070, the fundamental choice that you make is if you want to be green or if you want to be industrial. And that's a huge difference. Like, both, I would call them races because it's the best way of differentiating, the easiest way of calling them. It's like playing Protoss or Terran and StarCraft. They function differently. They have different buildings for different things. The implications of playing, both of them are different. In this game, like, this scenario basically wants us to gather 150,000 gold to settle 5,000 inhabitants. It's cumulative, basically peasants, citizens, patricians, and noblemen. Also nomads and envoys, if I recall correctly, and everything above that. And settle 2,000 noblemen, which will be part of the 5,000 inhabitants. So, they overlap a bit. But noblemen are picky as hell. Patricians are also very picky, so it will be hard to advance that far. But we will, hopefully, if, people like this, and if I'm not a lazy fuck, and I don't have too much, assignments and stuff to deal with, I will continue to produce. Produce. That was horrible. But yeah, basically, what I'm doing right now is generating population. I'm waiting for, on the top of the screen you have your resources, like any game, any RTS, if you will, although this is very much not an RTS. This is, like, it's real time, it's strategy, but I would classify it as a simulator. Like, people might be a bit upset about that. I haven't checked the official Anno page as to what it's classified as, but I would classify it as a simulator. There's a road, shut the fuck up. And basically, yeah, you play on a supply and demand basis. Like, people want cider, you supply them with cider. You supply them with a lot of cider. People don't want that much cider. People can shut the hell up. People don't want as much fish. People can shut the hell up. And so on and so on. And, gradually you're gonna expand. I just upgraded, storage and stuff. I'm gonna get more. I'm actually gonna send this guy to explore upwards. You cannot, at least from what I've gathered, queue moves like shift and right click, as in Warcraft or Starcraft or Dota or League. Does not work. So I'll have to remember to check on this guy when he reaches his destination somewhere over there, and tell him to do something else. But yep, there we go. New island. It's a doozy. Nice. So basically, when I run out of space on this one, or if I need a resource that's not cider or a hemp is used for clothing, basically, and citizens will need clothing. Like, this is a citizen, he needs clothing. We have a limited supply because I'm not producing any, and it's gonna run out. And basically, when you satisfy all of these needs at a certain percentage, for example, this one is 55%, this one is what is it? I think just 100%. Is it? I don't know. They usually say how much they want to be satisfied. But yeah, when you satisfy that, they'll increase in a rank. Peasants will become citizens, citizens will become patricians, and so on and so on. They'll develop new needs, and you have to counter those needs with the equivalent production buildings and, you know, items that they want. Patricians and noblemen want a lot of stuff. They are spoiled as hell. Actually, in another game, I chose to altogether deny some stuff. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. When they become noblemen, you don't need noblemen to be happy. You just need to have them. And in order to have them, you just need to keep their taxes, which is this this thing here. This is taxes. So right now it's in their euphoric. That's the thing. I can give them more taxes. Now they're gonna be happy. I can give them more taxes. They're gonna be calm. I can give them a lot of taxes, and they're gonna be very sad. But I'm gonna keep them at euphoric because I want them to advance. Citizens, they can be happy. They can't advance yet anyway. So yeah, you don't need noblemen to be happy, to be euphoric. You just need them to be either happy or calm, or happy to move in, calm to keep their population steady. Once you get 2,000, then you just need to accumulate money, and, you know, more tax, more money. So you get the idea. I am actually not concentrating on the game at all, but that's because I don't have any wood, so I'm gonna wait for wood. So I'm gonna upgrade this one. Upgrading supply buildings, you can call them supply buildings. They essentially raise the supply of the resources that you can store. Upgrading them basically increases the efficiency at which they gather stuff from these buildings. As you can see, they can store up to 5 tons of stuff, and the building just has to take it regularly, like these little carts. They take the stuff from the buildings and they store it. And yeah, that is about it for the building storage. So basically now it's just building population. There are optimal ways, don't get me wrong, there are optimal ways to do this. I am not doing the optimal way, and I don't care, because you're gonna, like for example this church, you could place it in a different spot. It can cover more building, like this circle can, perhaps with some less roads, cover more buildings, but it won't, because I haven't placed it there. And I'm gonna place a second church, like here or here, and I'm gonna get full coverage. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep, oops, actually no, I can do that. It's actually giving me a bit more space. I can do that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna cut at some point, just because I can leave those guys there, they don't need to advance. You always should have all the tiers of, you know, people in your game. Like, you shouldn't run out of peasants, you shouldn't run out of citizens, you shouldn't run out of patricians and noblemen, just because you can and you will have to tax the lower levels more as the game goes by to actually make money. If you go in the negative, which is right here, this balance, I actually have it up just so I can see how much I'm making out of citizens and how much I am using on buildings, which is this upkeep, the maintenance costs. And if you go in the negative, you're in deep shit. Like, you shouldn't go in the negative, because not only do you require money to place down buildings, you're also going to be losing money over time. And you don't want to be in a position where you're playing Surgeon Simulator, your patient is losing blood at 20 milliliters per second, and you have to fiddlingly get a heart out of a metal box that you can't, for the life of you, open as a normal human being. I went on a tangent there, but I am very passionate about Surgeon Simulator. That game is horrible and it gives me nightmares and unwanted bowel movements. Not saying that it's a bad game. The controls are absolutely infuriating, and that's partly why the game was made like it was made. But it's just no excuse. It's just no excuse. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this up here. Looks good as a first episode. It's gonna get better with time. I'm gonna be more comfortable talking about things, I hope. And just, not mumbling around like a fucking idiot. Which is to be expected. I'm not doing this for a living. I'm doing this for fun. And I'm not used to doing this, which is, the main point. But, oh. You're unhappy. You're dead. But yeah, I'm hoping that over time, like all things in life, I'll get better than this. So, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!